Let's do multiplication. Multiplication is like multiplying two numbers to get one number. It could be two or more numbers. So in math, we can represent multiplication by many signs. The basic sign, all of you know, is this. Or we can also use this, or we can simply use parentheses for showing multiplication. Like it could be 2 times 3, and we always say it as 2 multiplied by 3 or 2 times 3, like that. Or we can represent the same multiplication by 2 with a big dot 3, or we can say 2 in the parentheses and 3 outside, like that, or 2 and then 3 in parentheses, or simply 2 as well as 3 both in parentheses. So these are the ways in which we can represent that two numbers are being multiplied, right? And how to solve this thing? Like, you know all basic tables. I know you people know the tables from 1 through 12. You have been through that many times, no need to explain that. So tables are must. You must remember each and every table if you want to do multiplication or even higher numbers. So 2 times 3 is 6, everybody knows. So this is also 6, although it looks like a decimal, but it's not. It's a little bigger dot than decimal. Decimal is normally a very small period sign, but this is little big. You will come to know as soon as you look at it. It's a big dot, and if 2 is in parentheses and then 3 is normally written, it means 2 and 3 are being multiplied, and its own answer will also be 6. Similarly here and similarly here. Alright, so this is the basic like terminology, or you can say like basic signs for doing multiplication. Let's do original problems now. Let's start with this. We have numbers 56 times 7. We need to multiply these numbers. So it's not really easy to write the table for 56. I can't do that. If you can do that, you are most welcome. I really feel very bad. I don't know tables. I hate tables. So I'm not really going to do by writing the table for 56. Instead, I'm going to do the same process that we have seen in previous two sessions of addition and subtraction. Always write the highest number first, then the smallest number. So 56 will be here and 7 will be here, right? And then put a multiplication sign. This is actually the standard sign, but we also use parentheses and a period, a bigger period. But to show multiplication here, this cross sign is widely accepted, okay? And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna multiply this 7 with this 6 and this 7 with this 5 separately. Feel as if it is two multiplications. So everybody knows the table of 7. I know table of 7 and you know table of 7. So this problem is nothing. If you can remember the table from 1 through 9, you can do any question in this world. Alright? So now, first thing is to multiply 7 and 6. 7 times 6 is 42. And now if you see here, this 2 is units place value, and this 4 is tens place value. So this 2 has to be at the units place value in the answer field. So write 2 here, and this 4 will be carried over that we were doing before in addition and subtraction. So this 4 will be here, carried forward to the tens place value. Alright, and then we will multiply 7 and 5. We know this is always 35. So we got this as 35, and we had this 4 carried forward. So this 4 will be added with this 35 to give us 39. So we will write 39 here. Remember, this 9 is at tens place because this 4 was also at the tens place. When we got this 7 times 5, we got 35 tens because this 5 was already at the tens place. So we got 35 tens, and in 35 tens we are adding 4 tens. So that means you can also think of this as this thing. So we had, when we did 7 times 5, we got 35 tens, and in 35 tens we added 4 tens. so it will become 39 tens, right? Or we can say 390. So we actually added 390 there, so this can be said as 39 tens, so it has to be at this place, so the answer will be 392. All right, let's do even more. Our next question is 21 times 13. So this question seems to be pretty easy, but if you try to do it using tables, you will go wrong. So how to do this question? In this question, we have to feel as if it is a combination of two different questions. So the same process has to be followed. The basic fundamental is same. Highest first, highest at the top, and the smaller number at the bottom. 13 will be at the bottom, and do multiplication. And now we have 13 here, but we have to do one by one. We'll take 3 first, we'll multiply this 21 by 3 first, and then we'll do for 1. So look at this step very carefully. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6, right? And then I have to multiply with 1. But the basic step that is to be noted now, we have to leave one space blank here. So I can make it just cross that particular space. We have to start in a new row because we are doing for a new number. Because since it is tens, it is already at the tens place. So whatever answer it will give, that will be at the tens place, right? So we cannot really have anything at the ones place for this particular multiplication, because this 13 in 13, 3 is at ones place and this 1 is at tens place. So if I'm multiplying a number having already 10 with any number, even if it is 1, 2 or anything, 1000 or 5000, it will give me answer which would be either equal to tens or higher than tens. It will never be in ones range, right? So if I multiply 1 with 1, I will get 1, but actually it is 1 tenths, so I have to write 1 here. All right, and then similarly for 1 times 2, when this number will be multiplied by this, so it will give me 2, right? So this 2 is at already tens place, and this is tens place 2, so these two tens and tens will give me answer in hundreds, so this 2 will be here at the hundredths place. I know this is tricky, but you really have to understand this concept. Watch this video over and over again unless it is totally absorbed in your mind. And then we have to do addition column wise. So 3 and cross is nothing, you can assume it to be 0. 3 and nothing will be 3. 6 plus 1 will be 7. 2 plus over there at the top you can assume it to be 0, and 2 plus 0 will be 2. So basically you have to do addition there. So the answer will be 273. Alright, watch the video over and over again. Must understand this concept totally. Alright, we'll do the next question. So next question is 215 times 4. This is very easy, so pause the video right now and do this question yourself. So in this question again, the highest first, then the smallest at the bottom, then do the multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20, so that means 0 will be at the ones place and 2 will be at the tens place, so it will be carried forward, so 2 will come here. Then 4 times 1 is 4, and 2 was already carried forward, that will be added to the answer. 4 times 1 plus 2, that will be 4 plus 2, 6, and then 4 times 2 is 8. So the answer will be 860. If you got this answer, you understood the concept. Let's do even more. We can have the question in any way. Suppose now we are given 8 and then this dot 3409. We need to solve this. Some people would confuse and they will start solving for the fraction. That's wrong. Read the heading carefully. They must have written simplify or multiply these two numbers, and they have put a small dot inside between these two numbers. So these are actually separate numbers. Same process, the highest number has to be written first and then the smallest. So 3409, and then we have to multiply by 8. 8 times 9 is 72. 2 is at the ones place and 7 is at the tens place. And then we have to multiply 8 with 0. 8 times 0, any number times 0 is 0. Then plus 7 because 7 was already carried over, so it will be 7 only. 8 times 4 is 32. 2 will be here, 3 will be here. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 3 is 27. So we got this as our answer. Okay, multiplication is very, very, very important. It is like the foundation for everything. When you build a home, you always insist that your foundation has to be strongest. So this addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are the foundation. Even in calculator, you see, any calculator without these functions is not a calculator. So you have to be a human calculator. So understand these very carefully, because you are going to use them throughout your life. You cannot live without these things. Okay, let's do one more. Alright, so now I have 59 times 27. So pause the video, do this question, and let me know the answer. So here, highest first, smallest second, then multiply. 7 times 9 is 63, or you can simply write it down the table as 7. 7 times 9 will be 63, 3 will be here, 6 will be at the top. Then 7 times 5 is 35, 35 plus 6 is 41. So 41 will come here as it is. And then you will have a null value because 2 is at the tens place already, so your ones place will not be utilized. So 2 times 9 is 18, right? I'll use different color for this. 2 times 9 is 18, so I'll write 1 here. So this 6 is not to be considered now, alright, because this is altogether a new question for you. You are now multiplying 2 with 59 in a new way. So everything which was previously carried forward is not to be utilized, alright? And then this 2 times 9 is 18, 8 here, 1 at the top. Then 2 times 5 is 10. Carried forward 1 will be added up. That will give 11. And then you simply add them up. When you add them up, you will get your answer. 3 plus null value is 3. 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then 1 as it is. So 1593 will be your answer. Okay. And then some basic concepts. Any number multiplied by 0 will be 0, no matter what the number is. Suppose we have 279 times 0, it will be 0. If we have 1000 trillion million billion, God knows how many zeros I have entered, so it will be multiplied by 0 to give 0 as the answer. So any number multiplied by 0 will be 0 always, no doubt about that. And one more concept, very, very useful. If you're multiplying any number with 10 or 100, you just need to put those zeros with that number. Suppose I have 2, which is being multiplied by 100. Simply take these two zeros and put them next to 2. So the answer will be 2 as it is, then put these two zeros, right? Or you can, I can also show you in this way. 100 times 2, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 1 is 2. Then null value, that is all, 200. No need of null, we had only 1, 2. That is all, 200, right? Or if we have even higher number, suppose 7, 8, 9, 6 times 1000. So the answer is very easy. Write this number as it is, then write these 3 zeros. 7, 8, 9, 6, 3 zeros. That is the answer, alright? If you have any doubt, you can always hit me an email. And oh yeah, I forgot one thing. Let's do that question. Suppose we have these numbers, 219 times 125. Now we have three numbers, 3-digit numbers, right? We have two numbers, both are 3 digits. And how to do multiplication for this? It's very easy. Look here, highest number first, then smallest number. The same rule applies. Then multiply them. Then multiply first this number 219 with 5, then with 2, then with 1. I'll show you how. So 219 times 5 will be 5 times 9 is 45. So 5 will be here, 4 will be at the tens place. 5 times 1 will be 5 plus 4, which is 9. 5 times 2 is 10, right? And then 2 will be multiplied by 219, so 2 is already at the tens place, so this one's place will be null, right? 2 times 9 is 18, so I'll write with a different color. Let's choose blue. So 2 times 9 is 18, so 8 and 1 carried forward. Instead of 4 I have 1 now, and 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. Then 2 times 2 is 4. Always make sure you write very neatly. Of course, my handwriting is not good, but still I can understand it pretty well. At least it should be aligned. Even if you draw like semi-paralyzed insects, but still it should be visible and one should make sense out of it. And then we should multiply 1 with 219. If you see here, 1 is already at the hundredths place, so the answer cannot be at ones or a tens place. So I nullified those two positions. So I'll start over with hundreds, right? So 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. And then we will do addition operation. So let's choose, which color should I choose? Red. Let's do red. So 5 plus 2 null values will be 5. 9 plus 8, everybody knows there is 17. 1 will be carried forward. Then 9 plus 1, 10 plus 3, 13. 1 carried forward. Then 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 2 as it is. So we got 27375 as our answer. So if you understood everything, you take any two numbers and start multiplying and compare your answer with the calculator, okay? Do not make any mistake. Always maintain your work neat and clean. Make sure you align units value always. Make sure you write the greatest number first at the top and then the smallest number at the bottom, and make sure you nullify the units place value for the second digit, like here for this 2, and nullify the ones place, and for this one and nullify both tens as well as ones place, right? So if you keep all these small things in your mind, you will never ever go wrong. You will never make any mistake, okay? So see you in the next class. Take care.